Welcome, bounty hunters and Star Wars fans alike. I killed the music too early. I'm sorry. I pressed the wrong button. It is all Fetts are off, and we are totally off already starting this evening. It is I, the Tuscan. It is I, the Tuscan Toast in beautiful Miami, Florida, and with me, as always, is Ryan, the charismatic Carillion in San Antonio, Texas. We had all this time to prepare, and I still screwed it up. Awesome.
Okay.
Great.
This is what happens when you've had a week in between shows.
Yeah, I know. I'm really off. I'm sorry.
But we had a lot going on. We had a ton going on.
Man.
There's just a very busy week, just I think for about everybody.
I think everybody.
I think it's completely
stressed.
understandable why we weren't on last week. So I'm not terribly, for all the hundreds of millions that watch us on All Fetts Are Off. We had a small, but I mean it's.
Hundreds of millions. That's
hundreds of millions.
That's lowballing the estimate. I think it's.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's a little bit more than that. Yeah, because remember, if you count the legal watchers, right, we have a lot. If you count the illegal watchers, then we don't have a whole lot.
He took it there. I was staying away from it, but he.
But yeah, man. I mean, it's dude. It's been a really big 2 weeks. Okay, because we had the Mandalorian, right? We're already on episode 2 of season 2 that we need to talk about. We haven't even got to that. We've talked it all up, and we have a new commander in chief incoming next year.
Yes.
So
I love that you added that for this week. Good.
I felt that it was appropriate. It was. I mean,
it is appropriate.
I mean, it's only all over the news. I mean, that's all that's going on right now. So, but anyways, man, it's good to be back. We got a lot to talk about. I have broken my diet over the last 2 weeks, and I've been eating horribly, so I'm excited to get back. Yeah,
Did you eat chicken nuggets?
No.
Did you eat chicken nuggets?
No, I should have though. I mean,
without.
No, I should have. I had sushi though the other night. Yeah, but I should
have. Belvedere's pissed.
Oh God.
I told him Belvedere's pissed.
I know
that you didn't save any for him and the child.
Baby Yoda.
He's not happy.
Baby Yoda.
The asset, the child. We've been through this.
You're being an asset. Quit being an asset.
Do you watch the credits of the show? Do you watch it when they roll up? It says the child.
That's okay. I mean, colloquially. Why do I always have such a hard time saying this word? Colloquially, he is Baby Yoda.
What do you say? The colonics? What?
No, don't make me say it again. All right, I have a tedious grasp on the English language.
I thought you were doing like an impression from. I thought you were doing like an impression from Beverly Hills Cop 3 or something. You do the colonics.
Dude, I was gonna go back and watch that movie. It popped up on my. It was on Netflix. I think it was on Netflix. It popped up. I was like, oh, I like that movie. That was a good one. I'm gonna go back and see it. As well as Big Trouble in Little China. I'm gonna see that one.
Oh,
yeah. Somebody special reminded me of that, so I'm gonna see that here maybe this weekend. But anyways, man. So what's been going on these last 2 weeks? What's going on in the Star Wars lore and universe and everything? What's up so far?
Well, I mean, some of this. I mean, probably the big thing that's coming up this month is that there's going to be a holiday special on Disney Plus.
Okay.
And do that on Life Day. So you have Earth Day and Life Day. I actually do not know when Life Day is this month, but the holiday special will air on that day, and I do believe when I looked into it that the original Star Wars holiday special that I recommend everybody not, beyond shadow of a doubt, don't bother.
No, I think it's great.
Because I have. I mean, if you have a copy of it, kudos, because that's a collector's item, but I wouldn't watch it more than once, or I wouldn't spend time with it more than once, or I just wouldn't. But this is going to be done by the folks that do Lego animations. So it's going to be a little different. As both of us are aware, we have started The Mandalorian, as we just most recently
Lots to speculate from these last two episodes. Lots.
We're gonna go through it.
Mhm.
We're gonna start the show off in a little bit by giving an update on our giveaway, which I'd like to talk about a little bit.
Please do.
We'll start there, but from a collector standpoint, we went over it on a prior show. The HasLab edition of the Razor Crest is going on right now, and it's already well more than surpassed. Well, actually, you know what? I got more collector's news that I just decided that we can interject today.
Okay.
So we'll throw that in the show somewhere. There is a big bucket that's going to be on the way in April 2021. Big bucket. Important bucket. Bucket that everyone's going to find. I don't mean like you where you broke your diet and you had more than one KFC bucket. I'm not talking about those buckets.
That sounds really good right now.
Does it really? Hey,
Yeah.
Just a bucket of 20 original, slap the gravy all over it.
Oh yeah, man, that sounds so delicious right now. And I didn't get to go to the gym today or yesterday because I'm not sure if you heard, but we had a little bit of a tropical storm kind of sniff by us over the last 24 hours.
Tropical storms?
Yeah, it's amazing.
That must be the first tropical storm that's ever hit Florida. I can't believe it.
Imagine if that's what the University of Miami called their mascot. They're not the hurricanes; they're the tropical storms.
Tropical storms.
They've been playing like that lately. Actually, no, they've been playing like tropical depressions because I've been tropically depressed watching the Miami Hurricanes, which is okay because Notre Dame just beat the #1 team in the nation in 2 overtimes. Yeah, go Irish.
I have a question about that.
Ask my dad.
No, I'd rather ask you because you watched it.
Okay, all right.
I mean, you watched it. You said, right?
I watched the last part of it, the part that mattered. But yeah, it was a really long night. But anyways, go ahead.
How is Trevor Lawrence doing in that game?
He was actually pretty hot, man. He was all right.
Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
You're telling me he played?
Wait a minute, he did?
You watched the game. You tell me.
Hold on.
Uh-huh.
No, he wasn't there. Oh,
no kidding.
That's right, he wasn't there.
Yeah. So 2 overtimes against a Trevor Lawrence-less Clemson team.
He's ready to return, though.
Trevor Lawrence-less. Now, the quarterback that came in was the highest nationally ranked high school recruit last year, coming into his freshman year this year. So if you want to hang your 2 overtimes on that, you can. But the fact remains...
From now on, you do as I tell you, okay?
I know what that means.
Anyways, yeah, no, go ahead about Trevor Lawrence's backup.
Well, I mean, if you want to hang your hat on the fact that he was the highest ranked high school recruit coming out from last recruit class,
right?
I guess you could go ahead and do that, but I still kind of feel that. I mean, you're probably like 5 to 10% incomplete on the victory because Lawrence. You have to. It begs the question: if Lawrence played, would the result have been a little different? I think it begs the question. I'm not 100% convinced you played the same team.
It probably would, but it probably would. But you have to remember, Clemson was still #1 in the nation. He's been out since how long? For how long?
Well, it's been a couple weeks.
Yeah, so he's been.
He's on COVID protocol for 2 weeks.
Yeah, and so they're still the number. They were still the #1 team in the nation.
They're still the #1 team in the nation because they eked out a win before the Irish. I'm not going to take anything away from the Irish.
Please don't.
They're right now. They'll be in the 14 playoff and see where things go. But I believe the more interesting story is coming out of College Station.
A&M.
Yes.
What? What's coming out of A&M right now?
Oh, they're going to creep up. They're going to creep up into the playoff conversation. They were ranked 7 a week ago, and I'm fairly certain they creeped up a bit right now.
Because Alabama took the #1 spot, right?
But they've already played Bama, so they don't got to worry about that.
No, but they took the number. Yeah, so it's Alabama, Notre Dame, Ohio State, and Clemson now. But now A&M is creeping up at #5. So Clemson shouldn't even be, I think, in that top 4. I mean, they are 7-1. They are 7-1.
Don't be a hater.
But if A&M, I think A&M has a tougher schedule.
They have a way tougher schedule. But if they win out, if A&M wins out, you have to put them in the conversation.
That's true because they still have to play it. They still have to play Auburn, and Clemson has no more ranked games this year. They have no more ranked
Right.
games, and no, that was Notre Dame's only ranked game. Oh man, my mom is watching. She told me to behave.
Wow. Yeah.
Okay, mom, I'll behave. I won't.
We
show
don't
my- I
plan
won't-
on him showing his chiseled physique because he broke his diet, so there's no worry about that.
Yeah, I won't be.
So-
I won't be clapping my cheeks on the air. Hey, Keith! Yeah, lies. Go Tigers! I got a buddy of mine that I work with. He's a LSU fan. It looks like. So yeah, that'll be interesting because it's the SEC, man. There's always something going on with the SEC. But okay, that was fun. That was cool. It was.
Are you recovering from? Are you recovering from your experience with the steel curtain?
Dude, that was, oh my God, that was so hard to watch, man. It really was, because like, I know,
It's hard to watch.
Here's why it wasn't hard to watch.
All things considering, they put up a really valiant effort this weekend, the Cowboys.
Right, which equal to a loss. However, we did learn a lot about Garrett Gilbert. We learned a lot about this guy. That he's slow. Number one, he's not. Once you get him out of the pocket, yeah, he can get away a little bit, but he's not super fast. However,
He can't throw the ball.
he can't throw the ball. So we know that.
He's already done. He's already done when Andy Dalton and Don Fanucci. Let's just call him Don Fanucci. He's already done what Dalton and Don Fanucci couldn't do, which was he threw a touchdown pass.
Yeah, that's true. It's their first touchdown pass in two games or 3 games?
3 games.
In 3 games. In 3 games.
I saw it. I was like, whoa, CeeDee Lamb with a touchdown. It's fantasy users everywhere just dying that they beat him.
But in classic Cowboys fashion, they lost in the last possible moment that they could have won. But I don't really want to talk about it yet. It's still too early. It still kind of hurts a little bit. 25 years of this garbage is getting old. But whatever, it is my fate, and such as it is, we'll move on.
We just got a message about AB. We just got a message about AB with the Buccaneers, which you're going to help me interpret the message because he wants to talk about how AB Browns took a 180 turnaround, proud as a peacock, humble as a... Oh, I know what he's alluding to. So, AB in the press...
Antonio Brown.
And yes, we are going to get to Star Wars at some point.
We are a Star Wars fan show, but again, it is our fan show. But yeah, okay.
Yeah, AB has done a 180. It's without doubt. It's been.
Yeah, you know why? Because they took the phone away from him and he can't tweet anymore. Wow! Look what happens when you don't tweet.
Well, let's get at it. I think it's time to. I think it's time to start doing our thing here on All Fets Are Off. So
Gotcha.
Let's first off, let's go into the giveaway a little bit, shall we? So.
Yeah. From who? Who's it from? Who made it? Don't forget, don't forget to talk about
we have friends over at Bad Customs who do excellent work at putting together all kinds of little mementos and trinkets and commemoratives, and they do tumblers, they do keychains, they do some prints on shirts. So if you guys are looking for anything like that, you definitely want to. We have links that are available on our pages, and you want to check those out and get to them to see their work. We definitely recommend it. They're a good group of folks, and Brianna and her team will definitely take care of you on what you need. And this comes to our giveaway, and I'm going to scroll down a little bit, but we're doing a pretty much like a Mandalorian Cup tumbler giveaway, given that the Mandalorian is starting off. And what we asked to do on this giveaway for you guys to get in, you're going to go to the post, and it was posted on October 23rd in the AM. You could scroll down on our page to find that post, and it has the instructions for what to do to get in the giveaway. So you're going to take that post, you're going to share it, you're going to like it, and then you're going to comment in there hashtag all Fetts are off. If you do this with the page and not the post, I'm fine with that. You still get in.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
you do those things and you're in. Now, thus far, since October 23rd, right now we're at a total of 9 shares.
9? Only 9?
Nine.
Only
9.
9?
So
I know more than 9 people, and I don't know anybody.
so we're at 9 now. Some of those shares are misleading because some of them came from those who are not eligible in the giveaway.
Oh, all right.
But so that being said, we want to get up to 50 shares, guys, for you to get in the raffle. This is our goal. So we want to get up to 50. So there's way more than 50 here that are members on the page. So if each one of you can come in and do a share, one person each, we'll reach 50 in no time flat, and then we can do a raffle and raffle the sucker off. And if you guys check it out, it's a nice little piece. Yep. Our Tuscan Toast has just brought it up.
Yeah, I'm going to bring it up.
And
Give me 2 shakes of a lamb's tail.
2 shakes lamb's tail.
2 shakes of a lamb's tail. Yep. So there
You've
it
been watching
is.
Pulp Fiction too much or something. So
Yeah.
that's where you got it. Don't even try and tell me that's not where you got it from.
I steal everything. I have absolutely
I know
no
you steal
original.
everything.
I have no original material whatsoever.
We gonna do the catch-up joke too, or
No, because I
Okay, no.
haven't seen it in a long time. I'll screw it up. I don't remember.
I mean I know it, but I'm not gonna do it because it's
Use the
off.
force, Luke. Use the force, Luke. Anyways, that was really good. I know.
Oh my gosh.
I know, it's really good. Anyways, this Tumblr can be yours. Share it with 50 people. It can be your grandma, your aunt, people you hate, everyone that puts political posts on your page. As a matter of fact, spam their page with all this stuff. This is great because all you get
To interject, you don't have to share it with 50 folks, but we would like 50 of our members to share it once, to clarify.
Sure, whatever. Just
That's what
share. Just say,
Share.
hey, look,
Sharing's
hey,
caring, guys.
hey, here's a page. Check it out. It's lame. It's ridiculous. There's a really cute short Mexican guy on there. All those cool stuff. You can say all those things. Whatever's gonna get us known.
Now,
You know,
I will
Brian,
say
Brian,
that-
Brian. This is what we're doing. We're begging people to tell other people that we exist.
what we're doing.
Tell
Yes.
someone I'm alive.
Yeah.
Please.
Just that we have oxygen in our lungs and that we're on this planet. That'd be,
Yeah. Well, you know what? This is fine. We're giving more people more time, and that's okay. We want a
we want to do this right.
We want a qualified winner. We want somebody who really, really wants this to get this because Brianna took a lot of time to put this together for us, and this is great. It's
Yes.
become commemorative because the Mandalorian is huge news. Everybody loves it. I don't know anybody that doesn't love it. Maybe Kathleen Kennedy. I don't know. I'm still waiting to hear back from her for me griping at her several months ago. But I don't know if that's going to happen. But anyways, share.
Stuff is dated, guys. It's dated. It's dated.
It's dated. It's post-dated. Predated. But it's dated. But that was when the episode
do one
aired.
too, but now I don't know if I should.
That's all
I was
right.
going to do one too, but I was going to say that it's vital to us that every share counts.
Every share counts.
Every share counts. Well,
Don't stop the
you can
sharing.
do the-
Don't stop the sharing.
yeah, don't stop.
Don't
Don't
stop
stop
the
the sharing. Don't stop the sharing.
We should just put
Please.
that on our Twitter. Why not? Let's have fun with this. I mean, you can't make this stuff up, Ryan. You can't. This is stranger than fiction.
You got me thinking the Secret Service is going to bang down my door or something any second now. We're just,
Probably the FBI.
Yeah.
I don't know if the Secret Service is going to do it. Probably FBI.
I know Mark Esper isn't.
Oh man, that guy. Look, we saw this coming.
Yeah, I know.
We did.
I do want to say that on November 4th, in the evening, we had our first correct entry into this giveaway. So.
Oh, that was wow! It happened the day after Election Day. Okay. Well,
yes,
cool.
on November 4th.
All right.
So keep it up.
Okay.
I don't want to say the name, of course,
Uh-huh.
but I think they know who they are.
Okay.
And Yes, let's keep that momentum going.
Word.
Great giveaway, guys.
Uh-huh.
The great giveaway. We want to be able to do this for you guys and do it right.
Yep.
So
So share. To all three of y'all that are watching, share. Um, well, that's not including the restream that Brianna usually does for us. But let's go ahead and let's start talking about Mandalorian.
well, you want to jump into it now?
I do,
Okay.
man. I'm really excited about this. So this is great because when my sister watches this later, if she ever does, Mom, tell her to watch because we're gonna probably answer some questions she has. Now,
I have a feeling that your sister watches it every Friday without fail. I have a feeling.
oh, Mandalorian, yes, she does because she asks me questions, and although I appreciate it, I'm probably not the duty expert. You are, but let's get into it, and we'll answer some of those questions without her asking. So
Let's get into it.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
the first episode,
Mm-hmm.
the second episode was titled "The Passenger." Now, the first episode, you'll have to help me out here because I forgot the title in the first episode.
If you give me a second, I'll just look it up real quick.
Oh no!
I don't. I mean, come on, man. That was last week, but I'll look into it. Hold on, just give me a second.
See, this is where I rely on you. I rely on you to jump in and.
You're relying on me for information? Come on.
I depend on you to keep me from going over the bow. You know.
I'm just gonna lie to you, give you fake news. So that one is chapter. Oh wait, hold on.
I depend on you to look me dead in the eye and say, "If you jump, I jump."
If you jump, I jump. There you go. It's called Chapter 9.
That was the title, really? That's it.
I know
way
it has a
had
name.
title.
I know it has a name.
Yeah, that's what I was looking for.
It just says, but that's all it says.
Oh,
Whatever. Who cares?
Well,
Let's just get into
we
it.
move on. So,
Yeah.
one of the interesting things that I liked is, for me,
Mm-hmm.
was when the episode started. He was walking into that city, and you could tell that this was post. I mean, you could tell the war's over
Mm-hmm.
because the walls contained all this graffiti. There was clone troops, there was stormtroops, and there was what looked like a silhouette of Darth Vader on there.
Oh,
So-
I missed that.
So there was a wall with all this graffiti on it within the shadows as he's
Uh-huh.
walking up the alley street. So that caught my attention right away. Then I liked the whole just dark and dank atmosphere of the. I don't want to call it like a club, but I mean it was where
It was a boxing ring. I mean, it was a venue of some sort.
it was a venue, and you had. I mean, it was awesome that there were Gamorrean guards in there.
Mm-hmm.
Like that was a nice bit of a callback right there. That was cool.
Right.
That you had this. I mean, all we saw of Gamorrean guards was them walking around in Return of the Jedi, and then they were dinner.
Yeah. So
That's all we really saw of them. We never really saw them like in a fight before.
yeah, and what is making this so great, and this is the whole Mandalorian thing too. This is the whole series, is they're really accurate, right, as to like what happens post occupation, right? So you see remnants, of the old regime still around. You still see some stormtroopers. You see a little bit of unrest and unruliness. And even in the second episode, the passenger one, the second episode of season 2, where you have the X-wing fighters patrolling the area, so they're still trying to maintain some sort of law and order. So that's really cool. And it feels really dirty to say that term for some reason now. Forgive me, but yeah, it's really interesting to view it this way because it gives it a very real sense of post-occupation, post-war, and there's genuinely some realism into the Star Wars universe. It's not just fake and fantasy anymore. It really it really shows what can happen during those times. But anyways, that's my piece on that.
You know, now as we segue our way through chapter 9.
It's called the Marshal.
Yes.
I'm sorry.
I figured
chapter
it was
9 is
called
called the
that.
Marshal.
That comes into my point right now. So
Yep.
as we
Thanks,
segue
Rizu.
through chapter 9 and continue discussing it,
Uh-huh.
we discover that Din Djarin finds out that there is a Mandalorian on Moss. Oh gosh,
Moss.
you had Moss Espa, you had Moss Eisley, but this was another one.
It was one that wasn't on the map. That
Right,
they
one that
were,
wasn't on the map.
Yeah.
And he wasn't too sure that there was. He really didn't believe him because he had already, pretty much, he felt, been through Tatooine, been there and back.
Mm-hmm.
So, but he goes to the city and discovers that there's what they call the Marshal taking care of the place, and
Who is Timothy Oliphant, and he was the perfect actor for that role. The perfect actor for that role.
I agree that he was the perfect actor. I don't think they had it. There is a novelization that was put out prior to the release of The Force Awakens, and the name of that novelization is called Aftermath. And Aftermath goes through a lot of things that you find out with what took place with the transition from the Empire to the New Republic.
Oh, super interesting.
And coming into the First Order. So, you know, you find out the fate of Jar Jar Binks, which I
Don't tell
enjoyed
me.
immensely.
Don't.
Oh, I'm going to tell you.
Don't.
No, I'm going to tell you.
Don't tell me.
That's what the Misa saying.
I'm gonna keep playing that. I don't want to know what happens to my boy Jar Jar.
Why do you not want to know?
Because I love him.
Yeah, if you love him, this is.
Okay, what happens? What happens? What happens to this guy? What happens? Tell me. Let's just
Jar Jar Binks.
rip off the Band-Aid.
Jar Jar Binks, from a flood of depressed emotions, of feeling the responsibility, of feeling the weight of the responsibility of having been the one to have ended the lives of countless billions.
Yeah, everyone forgets that it's his fault. He is this,
because
he
led to the creation of 2 Death Stars.
Exactly. Jar Jar Binks is the reason that we have Star Wars. Yeah. He is the reason.
Well, I wouldn't go that far.
No, I would, because
no, I wouldn't go that far. Now you're taking it too
without
far.
him, you would have no Empire. Without him, you'd have no Death Star. You'd have nothing. You just have a really bad disabled war veteran with an asthmatic cover on his face with a big old laser sword. That's all you'd have. That's all you would have. Asthmatic disabled war veteran.
Are you referring to Darth Vader? Are you out of your mind? Are you?
Well, I mean, if the shoe fits.
I don't dare pull Star Trek out of this, but are you out of your Vulcan mind?
Constantly. Even though
I mean,
anyways, let's get back to the
Vader deserves more respect than that.
Sure.
Much more respect. Now, to bottle up the end on what happens to Jar Jar.
Okay.
Because he's so depressed, he becomes pretty much just homeless on the planet of Coruscant and goes into the streets and becomes a mime.
He becomes a mime.
A mime, like a clown mime.
Jar Jar Binks, the greatest and most successful murderer in Star Wars lore and history, becomes a mime.
Yep.
Incredible. Absolutely incredible. Now I gotta go read this garbage after I'm done with school, which will be never.
But this Aftermath ties into where I'm coming with the Marshal. So
okay.
It's in Aftermath that we discover that the character Cobb Vanth comes into possession of the Mandalorian bucket and chest plate and armor that belonged to Boba Fett.
Okay.
It does entail negotiating with Jawas, but it didn't end up with him fleeing and escaping and then getting onto a sand crawler and then dealing with the Jawas in that fashion. I think Aftermath did it a bit cooler, but I find this interesting that Aftermath's version does not match up with the Mandalorian's version, and my reasoning for that is because Aftermath is considered canon. Quite naturally, the Mandalorian is considered canon. So for those who have read through Aftermath, Disney is kind of...
Go ahead.
Disney has kind of backed themselves into a corner because you now have these two different pieces. It's a twist. Mandalorian put a twist on it, but nonetheless, it's not consistent with Aftermath.
Well, which is fine. I mean, you're still getting the message out. I mean, it's just, you had this guy.
Yes,
he
but
comes in possession with Boba Fett's armor, and then that's it. And then
with as much care as Filoni and Favreau have put into this, they make sure that it's consistent and accurate to Aftermath. That's my only thing. That's it would just seem that with the bang out job they did in season 1 that you would want to continue that type of effort.
Dude, I'm telling you, the only one that knows that, the only one that understands it inconsistently, it's just you.
Don't you
You're
even go
the
there.
only one. Yes, because I don't know it. All 2 million of our viewers don't know that. Just you. But that's okay. That's cool. We're having fun with this. This is a great show. I love it.
He knows it.
I want to cook that thing. I want to eat it. Yeah. Okay, so kind of just getting into what actually happens in the Marshal. I liked it because first off, let me start here with
it kept the whole Western thing.
It did. It kept the whole Western thing. But this is what I like about Mandalorian. It's that it tells a good story within a larger story. They're episodic, so everything that's happening is different. You're just not going through and I know you call The Passenger a filler episode, but I don't see it that way. And the reason I don't see it that way is because it's not what I call a bottle episode, where you're just kind of in one location and it's just people having dialogue or some sort of conflict. There's a lot of action in that one, but the way that they do the way that they go with the Marshal and they make it very Western, they introduce a really cool character, and now the fate of Boba Fett's armor, something we have not seen since Return of the Jedi. In real life or real life movie or show, we see this now, and it makes it really, really exciting, especially at the end, because someone pops up at the end. And
did you catch how they alluded to how they gave you a small little clue as to how the armor made it out of there?
No, I didn't catch that. Enlighten
Well,
me.
before we get on that, so the other bit of callbacks that I like here are the whole deal with the dragon,
Crate Dragon.
Yeah. So we've seen that before in Star Wars.
Okay.
We've actually seen it in the original trilogy.
Was it the bones?
Yes.
Yes, the bones in the desert.
Yep. We now know what that is.
It's a Crate Dragon.
We now have a physical form of it that we can attach it to.
And we know it's incredibly hard to kill.
Incredibly hard to kill.
It is incredibly hard to kill. That thing is a super hype beast with shark teeth.
The other thing I like is the callbacks to Obi-Wan. Is the callback to Obi-Wan Kenobi?
Use the horse, Luke.
Not that callback.
Use the horse, Luke. Okay, what? Talk about it.
Well, when Din Djarin was trying to settle down the Tusken Raiders' pets, I don't know what those things are. It's not necessarily a dog, but and by the way, we saw those in Attack of the Clones, if you recall.
No, I don't recall.
You don't recall?
I haven't seen Attack of the Clones in like, oh my god, forever. I'll go back. I'll look at it. I promise.
Okay, well they're in there, but
Mm-hmm.
you heard Din Djarin make that roar to kind of settle them down.
Oh yeah, just like
Same.
when Obi-Wan came out.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah. I got it.
Hmm?
Yeah.
So that was a good little callback, and then, I mean, I guess it was interesting to see that the Tusken Raiders could speak through sign language, something we hadn't seen before.
Yeah, exactly.
That-
We did not see that. I didn't see that coming.
And you discover more of their culture, like you discover that there is a culture. I mean, it's almost a lot like that one group that was in the Mummy that was the ones that were led by who was that dude, man?
You mean those the nomads who were protecting the area? I gotcha.
The ones that were led by the actor Oded Fed, that group, the ones in all black.
Yeah, I remember.
The Magi. So they were a lot like that, where they're desert people and all they care about is just resources.
Right.
They don't really, and that's why they kill, so that they can get resources, so that they can survive.
Mm-hmm.
It's not really, they're. It's almost as if they're like, we hate to do it, but we need your stuff. So, I mean, you can either give it to us or we're going to take it.
Well, it definitely humanizes the race and characters of Tusken Raiders / Sand People.
A little bit.
It does humanize them.
It still leaves, no question they kind of over. I mean, they're still a violent people. I mean, we saw what happened to Shmi, right? I mean, let's not forget that they are still a violent group.
Well, you have to remember that was what, 35 plus years before this even happened?
No, true. They could be evolving into a less aggressive. It's possible. I mean, if you had told me that I would have thought Tusken Raiders would have teamed up with anybody, I would have laughed. So this was a very different group of Raiders than what we're normally exposed to.
This is what I told you about the benefits of having Disney Plus and Star Wars branching out past movies into some of these spin-off shows, because you're able to see some of these characters and these races that have all come to light during the whole Star Wars universe, galaxy, and lore, and you can explore them further. I'm just waiting for a Sith-based show or movie, one of the two, something that centers around the Sith culture, because we're learning more about Tusken Raiders right now that you would never really think about learning more about, other than the big culture that is just trying to go out and rule the universe, or galaxy rather. So this is what's great, and this is what you can do. This is what you can do with that platform, and as long as they maintain some sort of storyline like what they didn't do in the sequel trilogy, you can have great success, and Mandalorian is proving that right now. Now, I want to get into that second episode, and I want to know why you feel that it was a filler episode, even though it was super action-packed.
We're not quite done with Chapter 9.
All right, fine. Let's go.
At least give it another few minutes, because we got 20 minutes left, man. We're good.
Do we?
So
we got all the time in the world.
We got 20 minutes left. We're fine.
So,
we saw how Din Djarin teamed up with the Marshal to take out the dragon, but I mean, we see how tough Din Djarin's armor is because it's made of Beskar. So that explains a lot of the scarring on Fett's armor, because it's not made of Beskar. But
so Beskar, is that like adamantium, vibranium?
I wouldn't say exactly like, but I mean, it's pretty damn tough material, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
So, but as you were coming into, we had the reveal, right? So, as the twin suns are setting, as Din Djarin's riding off after having received the helmet, Fett's helmet, and Fett's chest plate, and the rest of the armor, puts it on his speeder, and he heads away. As he's going off into the distance, you see someone else dressed in what looks like to be Tusken Raider garbs, and then there's a gaffy stick with him, and then he turns around, you see that it's Temuera Morrison. Not only does he turn around, but when he walks, you can kind of hear the spur of the spurs on his boots, which were synonymous with Fett. So you kind of hear those a tad. Which there was a figure in season 1 that a lot of people was Moff Gideon, but now it appears to be more Boba Fett, because that character, all we saw was the boots down. That's it. And they were making the sound of that spur. So some people have conjectured, well, maybe it's not Boba, because everyone felt that this was way early to interject that reveal. Everyone thought it was way too early. Lots of folks. So
look,
some of them have been saying maybe it's Captain Rex, but I'm really iffy on Rex, because the odds of Rex being on Tatooine at this time in the lineage are small. Could he be there? Yeah, it's possible. I'm not saying it's impossible, but I doubt it. It's just, and then given the fact that you got the shot of him riding off with his armor, I'm pretty sure it's Fett.
Yeah, I am relatively sure it's him as well. And we didn't see anything more from that in the second episode. So, no. But that was like a tease, If it truly was Boba Fett, it's a tease. Cool. Keeps us interested. And
so now we're segueing into the passenger now.
Right. And I'm really interested. Why do you think it's filler? Because it didn't reveal a whole lot. It didn't tell us a whole lot.
Let me get to my biggest disappointment in the passenger. My single largest disappointment.
Okay.
When the teaser dropped, when the trailer dropped, the first one, not the one that was on Monday Night Football, but the one that went online everywhere.
Right.
When that trailer dropped and they showed they were on a planet that was of ice and snow, and I really wanted that planet to be Ilum. Ilum would have been really cool for a lot of reasons. The main reason being the ancient Jedi temple that's on Ilum that Jedi took their Padawans to get their focus crystals.
Okay.
So that was the biggest reason I wanted it to be Ilum, because that would have really done a lot for the character of the child, potentially. With the child being so strong in the Force. But
do we know what planet this is? We don't know what planet this is, do we?
No. So now this is coming into my disappointment.
Okay.
We were giving a planet that's nothing.
How do you know it's nothing? We don't know anything.
It's nothing. It's irrelevant.
We know nothing.
They're not going to go back. They're not going back there. There's nothing there.
Oh, I guess not, except for that creepy spider thing with the mouth, man.
And who cared about that?
I don't know. It was
like I haven't seen that before.
And
if
what?
I wanted to see giant spiders, I'd go look at Return of the King. Okay.
Or you just walk outside your backyard, because it is South Texas.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
There's a lot of ways that I can see a stupid large spider. This was not, if I wanted to see really creepy crawly things popping out of eggs, I'll watch Aliens. I don't need these in my movie, in my saga. I don't need them. So,
Baby Yoda was eating those eggs. It was just really weird, because you kind of saw him act like a kid, and he doesn't do it too often, but he was really acting like a nosy kid, going after this frog lady's eggs, and he was causing so much trouble, from eating these eggs. And my sister texted me, and she said, it was the first time I was mad at Baby Yoda, but I still love him. So, he caused some shenanigans in that second episode. There's not a whole lot to take away from it, other than, well, the Mandalorian has kind of gained the respect of the New Republic. Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe we
better turn on that transponder.
Yeah, as long as he turns on this transponder, he's good to go with the. I keep wanting to say the Rebellion, but they're the New Republic now.
They're the New Republic.
They're the New Republic at this point. So I mean, I want to see what they're going to come up with the this next episode. This one was really action packed. There was a lot going on in it. I thought it was cool.
All the action you had was the spiders. I don't know what you
That's
mean.
what
Action.
that's what I'm talking about. Was the action packed spiders? That's it. And we saw a lot of Baby Yoda, so I was really happy about it. You know, so. Baby
I think the child's
Baby Yoda.
the episode.
Baby Yoda.
That the child stole the filler show, the filler sode.
But that's what that's okay. But that's what this is all about. Everybody loves it.
Now, surprisingly, no one's talking about the Razor Crest from this episode.
What do you mean? Talking like what? Like as far as what?
That's some ship. I mean.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Getting the crap kicked out of it.
It can crash land.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, it falls through. It has like a 30 to 40. It has like a 30 to 50 foot drop through ice, and then it hits the ground.
Mm-hmm.
And then Din Djarin is still able to somehow take whatever Elmer's he was using and seal it together, and then get it to go sublight.
Mm-hmm.
As long as they're in the. I mean, that's unbelievable.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. I mean, it's a heck of a vessel, man. I'll tell you that. I mean, well, I don't know what else to say. I mean, yeah, it's just a heck of a ship. So
I want to try and remember. They said the name of the planet that they had to go to deliver the passenger.
Oh yeah. I don't know what it is, but it's
Trask. The name of the planet was Trask.
Why does that sound familiar? Is that?
I haven't heard it before.
You haven't heard it before?
Right? No.
Okay, I guess it's not significant in any way.
But,
not yet, anyways.
Where I'm going with this is it ties into the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
So in the trailer, if you remember, part of the trailer, they're walking at a harbor.
Uh-huh.
Onto a ship, and there looked like there were a bunch of Calamarians there. Do you recall that segment of the trailer?
Uh-huh.
Right. And that's where we discovered the hooded figure that I think is Sabine.
Yeah.
So, if you remember, the passenger tells him that Mandalorians are on Trask.
Mm-hmm.
So, if Trask is indeed the spot where that hooded figure was, I now am beyond shadow of doubt that that's Sabine. What I'm hoping for is that Sabine's not alone. I'm hoping that Sabine is joined by Bo-Katan.
Mm-hmm.
And I would love it. I would absolutely love it if Bo-Katan actually turns out being the armor.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. I'm not really thinking about it right now. Sorry.
I can tell. You're thinking about a KFC bucket or chicken nuggies or something.
I'm always thinking about chicken nuggies.
Hey,
Brian.
I just can't help but notice that the voice of the armor is very similar to Bo-Katan's voice from Rebels and Clone Wars.
Yes.
People should go watch Clone Wars and Rebels and listen to Bo-Katan talk, and then they should, look at the armor and compare voices. I mean, it's close.
Yeah, it is. I'll go back and rewatch it myself because now I'm a little interested in that.
But how cool would that be? How cool would that be? Like, they get to Trask.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows what condition the Razor Crest is going to be when they get there?
Mm-hmm.
But they disembark off the Razor Crest. They get to Trask.
Mm-hmm.
They get to the boat, and then they find Sabine.
Uh-huh.
And Sabine's like, hey, I'm Mandalorian. Also, we have more Mandalorians here, and he's immediately interested. Mm-hmm. And then who would come out of the shadows but the armorer who helped him with all his Beskar, and then but man, she can't take her helmet off.
Not with that attitude. Right? Yeah, they can. I mean, I know it's their religion and whatnot, but everybody breaks their religion.
Well, she could but the armorer followed the code. We know that from season 1.
This is the way.
So it could be that Bo-Katan is not the armorer because she wouldn't take her helmet off.
This is the way. This is the word. This is the way.
Works every time.
We're gonna do an episode devoted strictly to Lando Calrissian. Whenever you let me.
Strictly?
Whenever you let me actually write the production. Okay, it's gonna be strictly to Lando Calrissian. Actually,
So-
you know what? I know what I'm gonna do. Oh, I know what I'm gonna do. Maybe I'll do it next week. I might have time. Yes.
What?
Okay. No.
Yes.
I'll run it by
What are
you
you
later.
looking up?
No, I'm not looking up anything. I just have a wild idea in my head.
No,
There's
what are you cooking up is what I'm saying. You're cooking up something.
Yeah, I know. There's like 20 different things that's going on inside this brain housing group of mine from any given moment.
I want to do a quick shout out if I could on our show because he joined us earlier.
Absolutely not. But go ahead.
I don't know if he's still on, but shout out to Nigel. We appreciate you watching very much so.
We
Thank
appreciate
you.
everybody watching. Yes, everybody that's on.
All 900 billion that's out there.
900 billion and
Mhm.
million and million and million. we know who that is.
Well, we got about 9 minutes. So
Oh yeah. So let's.
What?
You want to talk the holiday special real quick?
let's do that. So
Okay.
years ago, in a long galaxy far, far away, years ago, Star Wars did a Christmas holiday special that's to be forgotten. Okay, and now they're going to do another one, and there's a trailer which you're already playing. So
Yeah. Yeah.
let's check it out.
Yeah. So
Tree, food, decorations.
Oh God.
Heroes were to celebrate the day. Please be a cake. Please be a cake.
Oh my God! Is it Billy D. Williams?
Great adventure call.
Is that Billy D.
I think it
Williams?
might be.
Oh my God!
But there's
Yes!
a key to the galaxy's past.
Oh.
Sorry. Oh, Master Luke, what are you doing? We've seen my master. My master's master.
Concentrate.
My master's father.
Impressive.
My master's father's master.
Emperor Palpatine. I don't believe it.
Oh, Ben Swolo.
You could put
Yep.
a shirt on. It's a
Ben Swolo.
space and time. I will change to the future. So sure are you? Mm-hmm. Less talky, more fighty.
This is gonna be great. I can't wait. Oh my God.
Double G.
Baby Yoda!
Gimme. Galaxy's best emperor. Meh. And what I'm thinking? A time of joy. This is
Oh,
a friendship, a family.
this is gonna be awesome.
Who are you guys?
Master Skywalker.
My son. I mean, these binary sons.
You want to shoot first? After you.
Oh, beautiful. God, I love it. Oh, I
Yeah.
love how it can make fun of itself. I love it.
I gotta hand it to Lego
Yes.
folks. I mean, it's
Bravo.
it's- wow, I got applause from the Tuscan.
Bravo.
Oh,
Well done. Well done. I haven't
It-
even seen it yet. When is this?
it
thing
definitely
coming out?
appears. I don't know if it gives the date on the trailer. I don't
Oh,
see it in the
November,
logo. So
November 17th. In just 7 more
On the co-
days.
7 days, around the corner.
Can we talk
So-
about this? Can we talk about this after it comes out? Please.
Oh, absolutely. We're
Okay,
going to talk
great.
about it. Are you kidding? We're all Fetts are off. What are we talking about?
So awesome.
So,
Wait,
you know,
wait.
they're definitely going to rectify the mistake that was the holiday special from decades ago. I mean,
Well, there's
I
a lot
really
more.
love
There's
this.
a lot more material that they can make fun of themselves with now. They can do it right.
I really love this. I love the fact that the Lego people did it. If there's one thing that can be said,
Mm-hmm.
the Lego folks have always done stuff that's just a laugh riot. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you look at every game. You look at every game they've ever done. Beyond the experience of like finding all the puzzles and doing all the stuff in the game, the biggest enjoyment of the game is watching the little pantomime animations in between that are just hysterical. That's why I played every game. I wanted to see what the next little cutscene would be that would crack me up. That's why I played it.
Yeah, these things are great, especially if you're a fan. Like for the hardcore dedicated fan like you and the casual fan like me, it's still great and hilarious to watch.
Yeah.
That last part right there. Do you want to shoot first? We all know we know why, because I mean it's the big question: who shot first, Greedo or Han Solo? Well, now we know it was both here on this one, so it's great. Yeah, the trailer was absolutely awesome. I don't know who posted that, but yeah, it really was. It's great. I'll watch it again without me talking about it. But it had Baby Yoda. It has everything. This is great.
Now, while we got 5 minutes left,
Yep.
there's something I would, if you can bring up Google on your webpage portion.
Sure. What's that, man?
I want you to look up images, and I want you to do a search engine for Black Series, the Mandalorian helmet.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's see. Oh. Is this it? GameStop. Are they selling it? Is this it? Brian?
No. Mm-mm.
The
That's
Star Wars
the
Empire Strikes Back Black Series helmet.
No. That's the prototype helmet.
Oh.
No.
Okay. Electronic helmet
Oh,
for
there you
Mando
go, down
Monday?
there.
Oh, okay, it's on IGN. Okay. Let's see. I don't know why IGN takes so long to load up sometimes. Okay, here, let me bring that up. Okay.
Yeah.
That looks pretty sweet.
This is going to be highly sought after. I suggest if you haven't pre-ordered it yet, you better get out there and do it, because for starters, the Black Series has changed their packaging completely. It's a much I don't know how to put it. It's a much more attractive package
It's
than
120.
what they've normally packaged.
It's $120.
That's standard. That's actually a good price.
Really?
That's pretty. Yep. The Vader bucket was 120. The Fett helmet was 120. So
That is pretty sweet.
pretty
Look
standard.
at that. I like that.
But I mean, you can
Oh.
go and you can pre-order right now, and you can pre-order this thing at GameStop if it's already entered their system, and you can put a deposit and do it that way and pay it off. That's probably the most ideal way.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I'm going to do mine. So once I'm able to get the down portion for it. But I mean, it's a great looking bucket. I mean,
It's your COVID mask.
I mean, this bucket is right up there with the Fett bucket. I mean, the Fett bucket was just amazing. This is nothing. This absolutely delivers. I can't wait to get my hands on this. So
That is pretty cool, man. Yeah, I mean, get it, dude, so I can... Hey, you saw my mom the other day, didn't you?
yes,
Did she give you that book I told her to give you?
she wasn't able to get it to me. She's going to get it the next time.
Okay. All right. Good. Okay. Cool. Just making sure. Okay. Well, that's cool, man. All right. Well, we got some stuff to look forward to. We got the holiday special that we'll talk. Let me see. When does that come out? Hold on a second.
The 17th.
17th. So that comes out. It's going to come out on Tuesday. That's kind of weird. So it's going to be the day after our next show. So we'll be able to talk about it on the 23rd, on the week of Thanksgiving. All right, cool. So we'll talk about that. We'll have another Mandalorian this episode 3 for season 2 to talk about, and a Partridge in a Pear Tree, man. But before we go, tomorrow is a special day. November 10th is always special for the Tuscan Toast because tomorrow is my sister's birthday, and it's also the Marine Corps birthday. So I am going on my 20th year in the United States Marine Corps. I will be retiring in April, so this is going to be my last Marine Corps birthday as an active Marine and not retired Marine. So, to all my Marine brethren out there, alive and dead, happy birthday. Ura Semper Fidelis. So, yeah, that's it. Tomorrow's...
Well, thank you for your service, cousin.
It's your support all these years, Brian, has been definitely appreciated, and it's been an honor, my absolute honor, to be a part of it. And I will never forget it, and it's always going to be a big part of my life. So, thank you.
So
cousin.
what are we celebrating for your sister tomorrow? She's going to be 54?
Yeah, tell her that. I dare you.
I just said it on air.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be 54. I asked her what she wanted. I was like, what do you want for your birthday? I mean, tell your big brother what you want. She was like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. And then I was like, finally, look, you gotta let me know so I can order it and have it sent to you. She was like, why don't you just give me a wireless charger for my iPhone 12? Okay.
She's already got the 12. She got the 12 already.
She ordered it or something. I don't know if it's out. I'm not an Apple guy.
How do you upgrade that fast? I don't understand. How do you upgrade that fast?
I don't know.
I mean, the 11 is only a year something old.
I don't think she has the 11. I don't think she does. I don't know what. I don't know what she has. She has like a 10 or 9. I don't know. I lose track. But she doesn't. I don't think she has the 11. I don't think she has that one. I don't.
This one goes to 11.
This thing goes to 11. Everybody must know where that's from. But anyways, man. Okay, so we'll be back next week. We took a 2-week hiatus. We were all a little busy. This was a crazy week for everyone. But thank you so much for everyone checking us out. Please be sure to do your shares so that you can be eligible for the tumbler.
We want to give the cup away.
We definitely want
to give it away.
We don't want to hold on to this stuff anymore. Brian, if we need to ship it out, we need to ship it out. Who cares? But do your shares. It's a great tumbler. Brianna did a fantastic job on her on that, and she always does great work over at Bad Custom. So please check her out. She's our sponsor. We love her and everything she does for us, and the things that she makes. So Brian, we will see each other next week. Have a safe one. Stay away from COVID. That stuff is evil. Thanks. You know how it goes. So we're gonna yub nub out of here, man.
Yub nub out of here.
All right. Good night, everybody. Have a safe week. We love ya.
Yub nub.